And we're back. This is Zodiac Comics. Transgender hate mail, homosexual hate mail, atheist hate mail. Basically, when you actually do a bunch of screen caps on YouTube and DeviantArt, that are response comments, I made against these deviant lifestyles and a few other things. Trigger warning. If you don't like what I'm saying, go ahead and click off the video. Do not lie and say there's hate speech in my videos, because there is no hate speech in my videos. It's speech you hate. That's the story. Let's continue on. People getting things wrong with these comment sections. If you try to hate me out with Bible versus the basic biology, and they've been ticked off about that. It's also important to get vaccinated so you don't get help yourself to disease. So do that. Let's continue on. Yeah, so what I was saying, talk about this thing, Too Loud Hate Mail. Basically, there was a cartoon where a boy and a girl around 9 or 10 years old, both around 9 or 10 years old, basically were hanging out, having a fun time, relaxing. But then the girl got a message from her friends saying that she's invited to a sleepover, a girl's sleepover. The boy, of course, wants to go, but he's not allowed to go because he's a boy. So he's sad. And then later, he's able to disguise himself as a girl and sneak in to sleep over. And then he says, I like being a girl better than being a boy. I'm like, and here's what I said. Little dude basically saying he feels like himself when he lies. He's that. He got his right to pronounce. He said, I feel more like myself this way. I'm like, yeah. I said, little dude basically is basically saying he feels more like himself when he lies, angry face emoji. And someone says, is this satire? And I say, no, it's basically what he said, angry face emoji. So, are you 10? And like, I am 40. It's even worse, because that's an adult, a full-grown man hating on this nasty stuff. He has agency, power. Oh, no. We gotta take him to a park bench and lecture him before shooting him in the face. Not cool. So I say, well, some people will disagree with this, even grown-ups. Eyeglasses emoji. And then I see he quotes, I quote him saying, is it weird? Yes, it's super weird. You have to stop. I got 8 likes for that. This was the last episode of the season. Someone else. Yeah, so I have the picture. Yeah, he's disguised as a girl. He's related. He looks like the sister, of course, because he's related to her. But he's disguised as the girl. Then you have, you have the dude dressed up as a boy, like he's supposed to be. And it's just like, what the heck? It's just, yeah, it's a cute art style, but geez, what are they using it for, man? Not cool. 10 martial arts for self-defense, part 1. That's the Kung Fu. That fight style saved. You forgot Kung Fu. That fight style that saved the lives of countless villagers in China. Right, man. It's not that great unless we're talking Sanda, which is modernized Kung Fu. It looks like kickboxing. I say, I'll talk about traditional stuff. Your whole body becomes a secret weapon. That was Uncle from Jackie Chan Adventure Show, cartoon. Adventure cartoon. The traditional stuff has zero sparring. I know it doesn't. You can have sparring in it. But been rendered useless by various styles that include sparring through lies. It can have sparring. You can have sparring in it. I say true, but there are traditional styles that have sparring as part of the training. Our sense of sparring in it, so there you go. And the top 5 Titanic things that happened in Family Guy. Hold on. Yeah, type. Yeah. Top 10 Titanic things that 5 Titanic things that happened in Family Guy. And I say, man, the last one is different now. And then someone says, yeah, because the sub incident with the Titanic, yeah, so accurate and so similar. Both did have near the wreck of the Titanic. And then the submarine disaster so mainstream, even the commenter broke character to talk about it. That's someone else. I like that one. Yeah, so trans guys be like hate mail. Okay, now this girl, person with ovaries, lying about her biological sex, trying to look like a guy. Looks in her pants and says, "Where is my super suit?" You hear the Samuel L. Jackson as Frozone saying, "Where is my super suit? Where is my super suit?" With her looking in her pants, I'm like, "Yeah." And I say, "Well, it's in there. It's there. It's just smaller on girls." And I got a like for that because it's just like, I'm sorry. What are you doing? This delusion is the problem here. They're thinking these dudes so much. They're trying to lie and say these dudes so much. Eventually, they believe their own lies, and then all of a sudden, reality hits them in the face. Hits them in the face when they see their own bodies, and it's just like, what are you doing? You are female. So what? Stop lying about Michael Sachs. Stop it. Just accept it. Stop lying. And then the person says, "Oh no, you did not just." And I say, "I tell the truth. Yes, I did." Like, but trans guys ain't women because of they say they aren't. Why is that? That's why it says trans guys are not women. Nope. I say actually trans guys are women, aka females. They just lie and say they aren't. So it's a long left middle of nope. You're not taking a single anatomy class. You're in like a single class at third grade. That's it. I say I know a lot about anatomy. That's one reason I fight against this stuff. Someone says laughing like, oh, I think I killed him, lol. Lol. What off? Let's see here. You seem to know. He works. You seem to know quite a lot about the psychology of a closed-minded, transphobic person, not much else, and that's it. And I say, yes, closed-minded to sin. Let's continue on here. When I actually forgot that I'm trans rather than a comfortable skinned man, it happened earlier. I forgot I'm not out to my parents. And started talking about going bald. I'm old. They said, they were like, that's only the men in the family. Yeah, so you're a female. Probably just full of male hormones, which could help you go bald, though. Yeah, then a person says what all these people who are lying and trying to hide in a transgender fantasy say. Just block the transphobes in the replies. It's better to not engage. To destroy us. Because they will destroy our stuff. They will ruin our fantasy. And so it's law. Sounds like something I would do. And so yeah, well, yes. The other day I was out with my family and I ordered Starbucks without any thought. I said, "Michael." My parents just looked at me because they're a fake name. You're trying to be real. Long-term use, tea use has you covered through lies. It's not going to be a penis. It never will be. So I've been on tea for 5 years. I forgot. I'm not comfortable skin all the time. Not male all the time. So it says, yeah, I'm relying on that long-term tea use thanks to lie more effectively about my biological sex. No, not cool. Nope. And someone says, yeah, someone transgender women aren't real women. Says that, let me know how your body starts deteriorating in 10 years. Someone thumbs up. Someone says, yeah, transgender women aren't real women. Don't worry. I guarantee you, with this healthcare system, I would have gotten on to HRT in 10 years' time. However, when I do research at some point where I'm on T, I'll message you because then I'll tell you about how I'm living my life to its fullest through lies. Well, so you're stuck in your bedroom in your parents' house with no life through lies. Then you can cry about it if you so wish. Go. And someone says, my brother's been on T for nearly 7 years. Girl, sister, really fine through lies. Ignore that all this stuff, the side effects of that. Find another talking point because you're destroying ours. Yeah, she also has no redness. 4 half year after she transitioned. Started lying by Michael Sachs. So it says that's funny. My BIL's been on T for 12 years. A female, and has yet to notice any delirious side effects from it, other than of course no period. That's not good. So I wear some injuries that are never healed right thanks to her neglectful parents. You love them. They don't. I think his ADHD is real. Meaning her homeless. They dare not to be the comfortable skinned daughter, cishet daughter. They tried to abuse him into becoming. Guess I said, oh, yeah, grandparents don't know they are grandparents. Yeah, that's it. He, she is fit as a fiddle. He, she is also working her dream job, the field, the city he, she loves. Happily married to a woman, so gay, madly in love with and gay. And as of March, he, she achieved a lifelong dream of becoming a father, kind of, adoptive father. Just because you're visible doesn't mean happiness doesn't exist, especially not for trans people, lying people. So you mean your sister? You mean she, someone else? Yeah. I thumbs up. You mean she? Nope, my brother or sister. He, she is quite a nice broke girl. Loves animals and volunteers for the SPCA or SPCA. So yeah, I could have just said yeah. Why utter falsehoods? Those who have nothing to give. You do that all the time. No, I mean he, she. Sister. I, my sister, and everyone are connected to my biological family has never known him, her as a man. Well, girl lying and saying she's a man. I don't know his dad name, nor do I have any particular interest in learning it, because that helps with the lie. I learned he, she trans when I was accused of him having no idea, her having no idea what life was like as an LGBT person in America in an argument, having pretty close to when we first met. It was led him, her to shout, stay out of the closet before then I had the slightest inkling, because her disguise was that good. So he, she was standard ex-military type. He did multiple tours in Afghanistan as an orders technician. He, she actually is a hairier, flat-chested, and more muscular than most of them come to Michigan and the family because of all the testosterone. He, she plastic from a man better than I ever did because of